What is going on, guys? Welcome back to T10 Outdoors. Today we have just a quick unboxing, first impression kind of video of a new product by Daiwa. This is the 2025 Daiwa Tatula 200, the new 200. I got it on the left hand model, 7.321 gear ratio. So I do have plans to fish some big swim bait for big pike. I got a rod, I got my line. I was just missing the reel. I think a 200 is perfect size for that kind of fishing. For casting, lures from 1 ounce to 5 ounce, should handle it really well. And all right, so let's just first take a look at the box. This is obviously a bigger box than your standard 100 size. Let's just compare it right there. This is my Tatula 100 box. Obviously 200 size is a bigger reel, so need a bigger box. Nowadays, Daiwa label their reels with LC concept, SV concept, BF concept. They categorize their baitcasters into 4 categories. There's also the IMZ intelligent reel. So let's just quickly go over the specs. Like I said, I got the mid gear ratio 7.3 to 1, weighs 7.9 ounces. Not super heavy at all, honestly. For a 200 size swim bait reel. 6 kilograms or 13.2 pounds of drag. Lots of drag. Each turn of the handle. The maximum retrieve is 34.3 inches and 7 ball bearings. Yes, this reel comes in a very large line capacity. I'll show you when you see the spool. But I do plan on using the thickest line because I'm casting a 5 ounce lure. Let me show you the lure. I actually did a quick review video of this lure sent to me by Out for Fish. Ouch. A big jointed swim bait. So I still trying to catch my first fish with it, and I need the proper equipment. So I think the Tatula 200 is a perfect reel for that. Okay, so things to point out. So the new 200 size now is equipped with hyperdrive design. But I think it's still missing the hyperdrive double bearing support. I'm not too sure, we'll see. But your standard TWS, this has been redesigned. Mag Force, not Mag Force Z. This is just your standard static magnetic brake. All right, UTD drag. I do plan on using 50 pounds braid. I can get about 125 yards. That's plenty. I do not plan on casting long distance. I'm just going to be short fishing, kayak fishing, casting close quarter combat situations. Thick line, 0.4 millimeter, multicolor. So I'll put that on by the end of the video, so stay tuned. See how much line I can put on this reel. All right, let's open up the box. Okay, got some paperwork. By the way, I got this from China, from AliExpress. That's why you have a Chinese manual. I'll leave a link to the site I got it from. Pretty cheap. Yeah, you can get it for cheap too. There's your English manual. Okay. And there's our reel in a cloth bag. And obviously your schematic. I'll show it quickly just for folks that want to know, that want to see. So this is the left end model. Okay. Okay. And that's it for the box. Let's see it. All right. Just quickly give you a 360 view of this reel. I mean, it's just a bigger size Tatula, I did a review video of the 2023 Tatula 100. This is the same color, same silhouette, even the same matte black finish. It feels very nice. Okay. Got that butt face again, and the Tatula writing on top. Right there. That same zero adjuster tension knob. So I think it's pre-tuned already. Let's feel the spool tension here. Yeah, you can hear a tiny bit of wiggling and knocking sound, but that's just minimum. So Daiwa have it set that you don't need to touch the tension knob. But I mean, with big bait, you might need to, based on your preference. But for me, I would just keep it set when I go throw my first cast. But for a 200 size reel, you see they use the same I-shaped handle knob. I like that recessed design where your reel sits in your palm. It's very comfortable or ergonomic design. I really like that on the Tatula 100. Just to show you here, I mean, this is basically a big sister or brother of the 100 size. Everything about it looks just the same. Yeah. So for a 200 size reel, this is very easy to hold. Very comfortable, where your thumb just sits there. Very smooth with that hyperdrive design. So just about everything about this reel is bigger than the 100 size. So first, starting with the handle. The 100 size I think has a 90 millimeter. This one has a 100 size millimeter aluminum handle. Just pay attention to the knob. This is the same shape knob, but it's a bit, you can tell it's a bit longer and a bit thicker. The knob is bigger, so it's quite comfortable, but I do want to change the handle knob to like a bigger handle knob, like from Gomex's. I haven't decided yet. Probably get it from AliExpress as well. But, you know, it's pretty comfortable. You got the click and drag adjuster. There's your hyperdrive print on the gearbox side. Yeah, one thing I really like about the hyperdrive, this generation of Daiwa Baitcaster, is that it's super smooth. Super smooth. Yeah, drag is, there's no drag clicker. So it's not audible, it's quiet, but it's very smooth. 7.3 gear ratio. Thumb bar, check that out. Very positive click, it stays clicked. Got the Vector logo, the same Mac Force dial. Let's free spool it, see how smooth it is. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad out of the box. And then pay attention to this T-wing. This is a newly designed T-wing, just to compare with the 100 size aperture. It's a little bit wider to allow thicker line, obviously. And if you have knots, let's say connection knots in your line, it's not going to get stuck in a, let's say, a 100 size T-wing system. Very thoughtful design, because I will be using very thick line, but I won't be reeling my knot in the reel, hopefully. 7.9 ounces, pretty light in the hand. It's just a solid feeling reel. It matches well with a lot of your dark color black rods. This is that Handing M1 pike rod I'll be using. Let's put it on the reel, see how it looks like. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. All right, I think we'll just open up the side plate, take out the spool, and explore the braking system on the Tatula 200. So you just take a coin and unscrew this. This is the first time me opening this side plate, so yeah, you have a pretty standard magnetic rings. As you adjust the brake, you see the ring kind of turns, adjusting the magnetic force applied to the spool. So let's take out the spool. Okay, just as I thought, there is a rubber O-ring. That comes standard on these newer hyperdrive design Baitcasters. Long shaft. Look at that spool, so deep. You can fit a lot of line on there. And then the rotor inductor is a fixed inductor. It does not, twist or come out. So it's a standard magnetic braking system. For bigger bait, you don't really need dynamic braking system. Okay, let me weigh the spool here. I'm sure a lot of you want to know. Not that it matters for casting smaller baits, but okay, 23 grams. That's not light by any means, but it's all right. It's not a finesse reel. Compare it with the Tatula. Let's open it up. Now, as you can see, these side plates are pretty much the same shape, but the 200 is a bit bigger, and the rings are, yeah, they're the same. The bearings looks to be the same. Interesting. So if you try to put a 200 size side plate on here, it wouldn't fit, right? It's too big for it. So just to demonstrate the difference here, on the 100 you also have an O-ring, long shaft. This is a 34 millimeter spool. Okay, 34 millimeter diameter, this much, 34 millimeters. And then the inductor is a straight in and out spring-loaded inductor. So what this does on the 100 is, as you cast hard in the beginning, the turning force shoots out the inductor into the magnets to prevent backlash in the beginning, and it retracts to allow further distance in the second half of the cast. It looks like the spool width is exactly the same as the 100. The spool is a bit thicker, just a tiny bit thicker on the wall here. But diameter, you can tell, right? This is a 38 millimeter diameter spool. Okay, so what that allows is when you have a full spool, you have 38 millimeter diameter, so each turn shoots out a lot more line than your 100 size spool. 200 is a bit longer shaft. Cool. So it's pretty much the same type of spool on the Tatula 300 and 400 using the static braking system. That's what Mag Force is called. If it's Mag Force Z, it has that moving part. This is not. We'll see how it casts. Okay, just to compare the weight of the spool. 100 size spool with line, 20.4 grams. Huh. I remember when I did my review video of the 100 size, the spool weighed 17 grams without the line, right? Without the line. So this is, hey, not a whole lot heavier, but I'm sure with the full spool of line, it can probably reach, I don't know, 30 grams. We'll weigh it when we have line on there. So let's put the reel back together, and we're gonna put some line, thick braid on there. See how it looks like. So each color, it's got a rainbow array of color basically. Each color I think is 10 meters. So by counting how many colors we reel in the spool, we can estimate the line capacity of a full spool on the 200 size Tatula. Okay, so this is PE5, I believe, 60-70 pound braid. Yeah, pretty thick, but not too thick. This is X braid. I don't know if it's truly X braid or just a replica from China, but whatever. I've been using these kind of line for a while. They last and they're pretty strong. Yeah, let's get started. So I'm just gonna tie a uni knot and then tape it on there and then start winding. Just a little bit of tape, doesn't have to be a whole lot, just to prevent braid from slipping. Probably should be using electrical tape, but this will do. Now we just feed the spool back in the body. Okay, we're back. Luckily I ended up with a purple line on the top, so quite like it. So I was able to get about 90 to 100 meters of line on there, which is let's see the line capacity here. Yeah, I was using 80 pound braid. This is 0.4 millimeters, so that yeah, about 100 meters. 90 to 100 meters. So that is plenty for shore casting, casting from shore, casting from the kayak. And I can feel that with this much line on the spool, it's already a bit heavier, I can feel, but that's good. That balances well with my extra heavy swim bait rod. Here you go. This is just a short video, like I said, unboxing and review and putting line on the reel. Yeah, I'll be using a, well, I made this leader. Definitely need that for casting bigger swim baits, not for breaking off from the pike, snapping the line, but mostly just from myself. Because I'm not too familiar with casting heavier baits than 2 ounce. Because I'm casting a 5 ounce bait. I don't want to lose that. It's pretty expensive. So make sure my knots and everything is strong. All right, guys. I know there's not too many English North American reviews of the new Tatula 200. There's some Japanese ones. They're very good, but I just want to make a quick video showing you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment below. I'll try to answer. Yeah, and let me know how you like your Tatula 200, how you like this new design. Is this new design? I mean, it looks just like a big Tatula 100 to be honest. And once again, if you want to purchase this reel, I got it for a pretty good deal on AliExpress. I'll leave a link to the shop. So you can get the same deal that I got. Let me know if you like my content. If you do, make sure you follow me, give me a subscribe, like, comment, share to your friends. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time on T10 Outdoors. Peace.